Hey Saara, your old pal Greg woke up this morning and had your video message, so I wanted to give you a quick response. And I think I have to go fast because I have to email you this file. Anyway, excited for your jailbreak day. I can't imagine how good that must feel to finally have good weather. We're really spoiled here in LA, and I think this is probably why most people hate us, is because the weather here is good pretty much every day. And it's fantastic. And I do think weather is important because it affects the clothes we wear and the architecture we have and where we eat and the food we eat and ultimately our mood. And when it's nice, you're able to go out and get exercise, which I think also makes you feel better. And because it's not cold, you don't get to hide behind all the sweaters and the coats and all that. So people are forced to kind of stay in shape. So I do think it lends itself to a healthier lifestyle, and we get that vitamin D all the time. And I know this sounds a little hokey and all that, but anyway, I'm very proud of our weather here and love it. The downside, obviously, is we have huge drought. You can't have 80 degrees every day in sunshine and not have some sort of consequence. So our state is in trouble, and I don't know what we're going to do. And hopefully people are using less water, but it is a problem. We benefit from the great weather, but Mother Earth does not. So, and the other downside about here, I can't just say LA is perfect. We have earthquakes, and we had one last night. It only lasts, most earthquakes only last about 2 seconds, but usually there's a huge boom and a little rattle. It feels almost like a trash truck drove by, or something crashed into something, or somebody dropped like a metal trash can. I mean, there is kind of this boom and shake, and it's not pleasant, and you don't know if it's going to happen again, and you never know when it's going to happen. In fact, last night I was in the shower afterwards, and I kept thinking, oh my God, I hope there's not an earthquake when I'm in the shower. So it's like terrorism. It's just kind of always looming, and you don't like that. But so those are the downsides of LA. But I do love New York, and if I were very wealthy, I would have a home there too, and I would come every few weeks. I love your nightlife. I love the speed of the city. I love all the theater. You've got a great city, and I wish I could be there more. So my weekend was definitely different from yours. Friday night I went to as the tabloids would call it, a West Hollywood hotspot. But it's really just a restaurant, and it's called Craig's, and it's known for having a lot of celebrities. So celebrities there that night, and this is a very typical night. Jane Fonda was there with your friend Jackie Collins. Also at the table, Clive Davis. If you don't know Clive, he is basically the man who discovered Whitney Houston. Not in the bathtub, but discovered her musically years earlier. Also responsible for like Billy Joel, Janis Joplin, Aretha Franklin. And such amazing artists as Ace of Base, Ray Parker Jr., who you going to call? So he can't, he's not totally successful. But yes, he is a big deal. And then the other one, you'd like this because you probably like the gossipy kind of more interesting stuff, is Barbara Davis, who is the widow of Marvin Davis, who owned 20th Century Fox. And he was a billionaire. His grandson, or their grandson, was Brandon Davis, who used to hang out with Paris Hilton, famously called Lindsay Lohan Firecrotch. See, I know you like the gossip stuff. So she was also at that table. Oh, she famously asked Bill Clinton to participate in her Carousel of Hope charity, and he sent a video message to which she replied, "My family has 25 members. There are now 25 new Republicans. So even if you're the president, you don't mess with Barbara Davis." So that was one table, and then at another table was Sir Elton John with his husband David Furnish and their lady friend Lady Gaga. So I did end up, the person I was with has a relationship with them, and even though I've met Elton a few times, and I did work with Lady Gaga on 2 different projects, so we went over and said hello to them. I always hate bothering people when they're eating, but dinner hadn't been served, so we said hello to Lady Gaga. It's always interesting at these places is the flashes that go off from the paparazzi outside, and if you've never seen like a true paparazzi flash storm, it's incredible. And you can tell when someone's coming or going from the restaurant, because when the door opens and it's a celebrity, the whole back of the restaurant illuminates with all these flashes, and it really is incredible. So that was one night. The next night I went to a screening of Russell Crowe's new movie, The Water Diviner. Very good, very heavy, but that's also a very typical LA thing. There's always a screening to go to. There's always some sort of industry party, premiere, event. Not complaining, usually star-studded and a lot of fun. This was not anything major. There was no red carpet or anything like that. It was just a straight-up screening. But a good movie nonetheless. And then Sunday, I spent time with Larry King, and those of you who know me know that I worked on that show, Larry King Live, and I still see Larry once or twice a week, and I was there on Sunday. And I will leave you with this cute story. Larry has a friend who's 82 years old, and his wife died recently, and he wants to start dating. And he met this woman, and they went on a date, and he had a good time, and they had a second date. And he went to hold her hand, and she stopped him and said, "It's too soon." And he said, "Honey, when you're 82, nothing is too soon." So anyway, I hope this finds you well. I'm sorry, I just got this, threw on the hat, Dodgers hat. Go Dodgers, my LA. Hope you're well, and can't wait to hear what you've got going next week in New York.